I'm Nieves Garcia, Strategic Initiatives Business Developer across Asia Pacific and Japan. And I have the pleasure to have with me today Aun Iftikhar, Senior Solution Architect for Healthcare in Australia. We decided to do this session because in the last months, we saw a large number of organizations currently starting or fast-tracking their digitalization journey. And some found particularly challenging digitalizing and automating their processes that are still heavily relying on documents. Today, we will go through some ideas on how you can leverage AI/ML services in AWS to improve your organization operational efficiency when documents are involved in the process. To start the session, we will review the challenges for document processing to date. We will discuss what's different now using artificial intelligence and how AWS can help. We will walk you through some use cases and examples of organizations across the region that are leveraging on this new approach. As an example, we will focus on the healthcare industry. Finally, we will do a demo to show how everything comes together and what are the next steps you can do to benefit from this latest technology and boost efficiency in your organization. So let's start to understand what are the challenges and why it is relevant to pursue. Across all industries, documents are a primarily business tool. Extracting data from documents continue to be time-consuming, error-prone, and expensive, and it's difficult to scale as manual effort is required to maintain data precision. As organizations strive to do more with less, they need to drive operational efficiency with automation, ingest dynamic data at a scale, and provide better customer experience with cost efficiency. A recent research study found that 20 to 50% of the work finance teams do manually could be automated. This is a big opportunity where Gartner predicts companies will achieve nearly $4 trillion in business value with intelligent automation only by next year, 2022. But the documents organizations manage are very varied. For example, think about onboarding documents like ID cards, proof of income, checklists, applications, or registration forms. You can also think about financial or transactional documents like pay slips, bank statements, quotes, purchase orders, invoices and receipts, or contracts. You can even think about more complex documents and documents archives like reports, policies, engineering diagrams, or certificate of titles. Companies need to extract their data from those typed or handwritten documents to perform tasks like processing a loan application, automating their account payables and receivables, speeding up information discovery, or determining a patient treatment. And this is not a new problem. To date, there have been 3 approaches organizations have taken to automatically extract information from their documents. Either they use one or a combination of all 3. So why is it so hard to process documents with existing tools? The thing is that those documents may come from third-party sources, so their format is out of control to our organization, and it can be very diverse. None of those 3 systems have been able to deal with the variety and complexity of real documents in the field, and they struggle to provide consistency in the process. So how can AWS help organizations to deal with that document complexity and variance, and how we can convert this opportunity into a competitive advantage? In AWS, we see intelligent document processing as an artificial intelligence problem, just as a human would, with 3 main parts involved. The first one is reading the text in the document, extracting the information from it. The second one is understanding the information extracted, what's relevant and how sensitive it is. The third one is the ability to have a human to oversight the process when needed. The primary service involved in this process is called Amazon Textract. Amazon Textract can extract text from image or PDF documents with different structures using computer vision techniques. This approach enables not only to do text extraction, but also table extraction and form extraction for both typed and handwritten text. Then we have Amazon Comprehend and Amazon Comprehend Medical that can identify entities, enable custom classification, detect personal identifiable information, and perform sentiment analysis over the extracted text. All information provided comes with a confidence score, so a human in the loop can be added for validation if the confidence score is low or any particular information is found in the document. And because we know how sensitive and critical information in documents can be, we have established a large set of mechanisms that make sure that your information is safe along the way. The first one is keeping your information in the region. With AWS, you have the ability to opt out from training, so the data stays only in the local region where your service is deployed. You also have the ability to encrypt the whole system with your own custom key, as well as the possibility to, from your on-prem system, securely connect with the service using a virtual private cloud, avoiding the use of public internet in the process. Finally, the service has gone through a number of certifications, such as ISO, HIPAA, and GDPR, that validate our best practices in the data governance area. With this new artificial intelligence approach, you will be able to realize 4 main benefits. One is scalable and fast processing that adapts to your business needs. 2 is improved consistency and error rate, being the model pre-trained and maintained by AWS. 3 is document processing cost with no upfront commitments or long-term contracts in place. Finally, you can consistently improve response times and accuracy without manual intervention, providing a better customer experience for both your internal and your external users. And remember, you can combine it with RPA or robotic process automation, as well as other AWS services for further end-to-end use cases. In a nutshell, you can do more with less, decreasing efforts and gaining a better experience and speed. And before focusing on healthcare, let's review what are some of the common use cases and how different customers across the region are using intelligent document processing. There are 3 main use cases that our customers are solving with intelligent document processing. The first one is intelligent search across documents or images or ingesting information from documents into their data lake. The second one is compliance and control to identify personal identifiable information or policy outbreaks, enable automatic validations or routing for approvals. The third one, and the most common, is business process automation, ingesting data from documents automatically into their CRMs, ERPs, or other systems, for example, to support claim adjudication or simplify the onboarding experience. And because there is no better way than a customer example to put it all together, this is an example where we have NIB, an Australian and New Zealand health insurer who reinvented their customer experience for claim processing. NIB has a mobile app that allows members to easily make their claims by submitting a photo of a receipt. Before, the information from those receipts was extracted manually, taking time and not being scalable as the application gained popularity across their users. NIB engaged with AWS and one of our partners that created an end-to-end automated solution to reduce the time of processing while being consistent, fully integrated in their existing system, and secure. With this solution, NIB is realizing an 88 to 95% accuracy of extraction and classifications of key fields such as date, the amount, and the type of claim. Now, the claim teams can focus on assessment rather than data entry, having more time for more valuable tasks. And this is just one of the examples. Companies across different industries are reimagining their processes, from insurance to financial departments, professional services, retail, logistics, manufacturing, education, government, or healthcare. Virtually every industry can benefit from intelligent document processing. For example, in financial services, we have a loan processing automation company, Base2Credit, who is reducing the turnaround for loan approvals from 7 to 10 days to less than 24 hours. Or BGL, who developed Simple Fund 360, an application for self-managed fund that has the potential to save around 60% of the time taken on manual data entry, and that's around 100 to 150 hours a year per fund. Or HeyYou, who created a more streamlined processes for onboarding, automatically transcribing a myriad of images into the structured data. Finally, is the Geoscience Department of Australia, who automated their digitalization, text extraction, and searchability of an entire library containing more than 60 years of geological reports. And now, my colleague Aoun will present how document intelligent processing can bring efficiency, especially to the healthcare industry. Over to you, Aoun. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Nieves. Hi, my name is Aoun Iftikhar, and I'm a solutions architect with AWS. I work with healthcare customers in Australia. Today, I'll be walking through how intelligent document processing solutions can help deliver value in a healthcare setting. Now, if you work with healthcare, you're likely already aware of the ever-increasing amount of data in unstructured formats like voice, text, or images, and how difficult it is to analyze and deliver insights from. Just for some context, it's estimated that 1.2 billion unstructured documents are created per year. And this number is increasing exponentially, and the data remains largely untapped. Valuable information that can be used in your business or clinical processes remains locked in these documents. And extracting this information is manual and time-consuming process. Documents touch many aspects of the healthcare system. The documents you will typically come across in healthcare range from ID cards, consent forms, invoices, receipts, all the way to imaging reports, lab results, or medications. Imagine the value in bringing data from all these different sources to paint a complete picture of the patient journey and experience and the associated business processes. Amazon Textract that Nieves touched on earlier is a key enabler for this. Textract's objective is to be able to extract data from any document and provide that to another service or system for further analysis. This is where Amazon Textract integrates with other services to provide you the capability to review and analyze extracted data and deliver enhanced use cases. Let's have a look at a few. First up is Amazon Augmented AI, or A2I, which makes it easy to add human review to your workflows. This may be for reviewing outliers or extracts with low confidence score for hard to read documents, or to meet regulatory requirements, or for sensitive decisions, for example, processing a payment. Next is Amazon Comprehend, which is a fully managed natural language processing service that enables text analytics to extract insights from the content of documents. You can extract key phrases, places, names, organization, events, and even sentiment. It also comes with a medical variant called Comprehend Medical for domain-specific medical information. Last is Amazon Kendra. It makes your document searchable. It adds natural language understanding on top of accurate search. And unlike conventional search technology, natural language search capabilities return the answers you're looking for quickly and accurately. Now, one thing to highlight is that you don't need any ML experience to use these services. They can be added to your workflows with only a few lines of code. Let's dive a little bit further into Amazon Comprehend Medical. It's a medical language understanding and processing service under the Comprehend umbrella. It distills the analysis into two simple API calls. There's the name, entity, and relationship extraction API, which identifies different types of entities like medication, condition, test, and treatments. But you also get the relationship between these entities. For example, what is the dosage or frequency of an identified medication, or what is the result of a test? You can also pick up useful contextual information like negation. For example, the patient is taking 10 milligrams of a drug versus the patient is not, or the patient is off taking it. There's also the PHI API, which allows you to stay compliant by identifying and protecting patient data. Let's take an example here. Say I turn up to my GP with a headache. The doctor records this statement on the encounter. If we pass this through Amazon Comprehend Medical, you can see the various entities like name, symptom, and medicine showing up, but also the relationships between them. For example, for the medicine paracetamol, you can see the dosage and the frequency and the relationship being built. You can take the same type of analysis using Textract and Comprehend Medical and scale that across thousands and millions of documents and extract key information and relationships at scale. Let's say we start off with a PDF document of clinical notes that looks like this. With a few simple API calls, you can quickly extract information about patients, their disease, tests and treatments, and also the medicine they're taking or being prescribed, as well as the dosage and frequency. And all this information and the relationships can then be indexed for searchability or fed into a central repository to leverage for analysis and research. Now, let's look at how all of this fits together to provide you an end-to-end workflow of document analysis. You will start off with the input documents. And the first step is passing the document with a simple API call through Textract to extract the text, handwriting, tables, and forms. If needed, the output can be further enhanced via human review with A2I or analysis through Comprehend Medical. At this point, you have your reviewed and analyzed output that you can start to leverage to drive value. The enhanced output can then be used to drive business and clinical processes from the data. Now, this can be processing of claims or invoices, compliance checks, or redacting sensitive information, or simply capturing and updating data from submitted forms. You can also use this output to enhance your data lake with unstructured document data. This can enable population scale analysis and research. For example, you can quickly analyze data captured from structured data sources and documents to identify patients showcasing common disease traits or suitable for clinical trial. Lastly, you can index the outputs and the documents, allowing you to search data within and find relevant information efficiently and quickly. Now, let's go into a demo of the AWS Document Understanding solution. The solution implementation, while not a service in itself, provides an easy-to-use demo web application and leverages services like Amazon Textract, Comprehend, and Comprehend Medical, and Kendra. It helps showcase the capability of the services we've discussed. Let's dive in. As you log into the solution, you're presented with three primary use cases. First is discovery, which provides us the capability of searching through and searching within documents to find relevant information. Next is compliance, which allows the identification and redaction of sensitive patient information from within documents. Last is workflow automation. This provides us the capability to take that extracted information and feed it into downstream systems for analysis. Let's look at discovery to start off with. As you can see, the solution comes preloaded with a number of medical documentation, which talks about diseases, diagnosis, and treatments. These are all in pre-process, so we have the ability to quickly search through them. Now let's ask a natural question, like how many people have diabetes? As you can see, Amazon Kendra is able to provide us quickly information about that question and find the relevant document as well as the information within that answers our question effectively. In comparison to Amazon Kendra and the semantic search capability, let's look at how it fares against Elasticsearch or its keyword search capability. Now you can see Kendra's semantic search provides more accurate information when it comes to the search query. We also have the capability to filter based on different personas, and this is based on the metadata you provide when you upload these documents. So you have the healthcare provider persona, the scientist, or the general public. Let's pick general public and ask a simple question. Now you can see here, as opposed to the left unfiltered results, the ones on the right, which are filtered based on the persona we selected, provide us more accurate and relevant information, which makes it easy for the general public to understand that question. We can flip over to a scientist persona, for example, now. And in this case, again, as compared to the unfiltered results, the filtered results are more relevant to the scientist persona and provide us a document which is more research focused. Now let's upload and analyze our own documents. The solution provides us the capability to upload our own document or take one of the samples. We'll pick up the medical samples. Now these are being uploaded and being processed. Processing here is similar to the pipeline we looked at earlier. So it leverages Amazon TextRack to extract key information from within the document, and then uses Amazon Comprehend and Comprehend Medical to extract information like keywords, relationships, and key value pairs. We'll give it a few seconds to process. Now that the processing is done, let's pick up one document. This is what the raw document looked like, and as you can see, the input document was actually an image. But given that we've actually passed it through our pipeline, we can start to search through it. So we can use a simple keyword to search and find the relevant sections of that document. But we also now have the capability to extract all the raw text that Amazon TextRack has detected from within that document. Where it gets interesting is now we can use keyword-based or key value pair search. So we can actually find key value pairs like patient data or date of birth. We can also quickly extract tables and the contents within them and download them as a CSV output. We can find different entities, and that's where the power of Amazon Comprehend starts to come in, where we can find entities like people or dates within the document. And lastly, the medical entities, powered by Amazon Comprehend Medical, which allows us to find medical information like anatomy or medical condition. We can obviously also find the PHI information or sensitive patient information from within the document. If you flip over quickly to the compliance use case, we can now quickly redact this sensitive information. We can download the redacted output. Now, if we were to, rather than look at redacting all PHI information, we also have the capability to redact specific keywords. So for example, I can choose to redact the patient name and patient ID and output the extracted document. As you can see, the document understanding solution showcases the capability of these services to quickly and efficiently index, search, redact, and identify medical entities within documents. This uses the same APIs that you can build into your workflows and leverage automation to do this at scale with minimal manual intervention. With this, I'd like to hand back to Nieves to talk you through the takeaways and next steps from here. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, On. That was a great demo. This session had a lot of content, so let's summarize what are some of the things that we have discussed so far. 1, organizations in their digitalization journey strive to do more with less. And for that, they need to drive operational efficiency with automation, enabling better decisions and growth. 2, with AI, you can automate data extraction and analysis, even for the most complex documents you cannot control. 3, intelligent document processing can help you not only to save time and money, but to win consistency and better customer experience, both for your internal and external users. And you can rely on AWS and our AWS partner community to assist you, so feel free to contact them. So what are the next steps that you can get to get started? We have consolidated some resources to help you. You can download the PDF version of this deck and check them for your reference at any time. And you join this AWS Summit session to learn, and you can keep the learning going after the summit with resources from AWS training and certification. For more information, please visit our website and check out our AWS ramp-up guide to learn more. Thank you for attending this session. We hope it has been valuable for you. And before you go, please take a minute to let us know what did you like about it and how we can improve these sessions in the future. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of the summit.